Hello, Cherries. Welcome to Live Cherry Saturday, episode 143. And in today's video, I'm going to show you the G shape A chord from the CAGED system for soloing. And it's a very, very, very cool thing. And it's very helpful. And usually I go live on Sundays at 12 o'clock, but today we had to do it on Saturday because not available tomorrow, but we do it anyway. We do everything we have to do to get through. And as usual, I'll put a timestamp in the description for when I start, which will be very soon, any minute now. But I just want to say hello to my friend here in the chat, Paul. Say chords. Give you a round of applause. All right, drinking some chords. I got my coffee here. All right, we got a good one here today, Paul. Gonna do some rocking in this great shape right here. We call it the G shape. Really, really cool shape. It's basically a G. It's a G shape. You know your G chord right here. You can take this G chord and play it up here. And you know it's a bit tricky up here like that, but there's a lot of licks and cool stuff you could do in this chord, in the shape right here. Because everyone knows this G chord right here. Very basic cowboy chord. You know? And there's all kinds of licks you could do in that G. But if you slide it up, you can't just slide it up here because you have the open strings. You know, the D and the G right here. Strings are open. So you almost have to like capo it with your finger. So you're playing the G like this and slide it up. Just like that. You're able to play it like this, full chord. But most people don't, you're not going to play it like that anyway. You're going to basically play like little fragmented chords of this chord. Kind of broken down chords like here, 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 or here. All kinds of cool stuff. Open strings played open is E minor 11. The open strings played open. You mean like this one? Just open completely, right? That's true. There's a song there, you know, completely open. You know what song that is? Bum, 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 bum. Don't want to get any copyright claims here today. But yeah, this is really, really cool playing this position right here. All kinds of licks and stuff in there. So, you know, what's great about these shapes is that it's you know, they're movable and you can move them anywhere and play anywhere. You know, you can play G here, move it up to here to A, you can move it up to C, you know, move it up to D. But we're going to be in A today because I have a backing track that we're going to play along with. Hello, Ozman. Good morning. So good to see you. Thanks for spending some time here with me on Saturday. I know it's not Sunday, the usual Sunday, but I couldn't make it tomorrow, so I wanted to do it today. Pekka Blues. Hello, Peter. A round of applause. What are you guys drinking today? And we got some chords going. I got my coffee and I got some water. All right. So check this out. We're going to focus on playing in here in the A shape, no, the G shape A chord. Football tomorrow. I know you see my shirt. Got my steel curtain network shirt on right now. Excited about that. And so, what's really, really cool about this is, if you are enjoying this video so far, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that groovy stuff, is that you can play all your scales and arpeggios in this shape too. Because I know a lot of people, including myself, tend to think about this position in A. We always go to the E shape. We call this an E shape because it looks like an E chord, right? It's like an E chord, but up here, looks like an E chord, but it's an A chord, power chord. We tend to play like all of our licks over here in pentatonic, which we are now in the position we're going to work on. But it's cool to play all those same licks and scales within this position right here. Because why not? The more fingerings and the more shapes you know all over the neck just gives you freedom to play everywhere. That's what's really great about this CAGED system thing too. So in here, we'll play the major scale. The fingering's pretty easy. We got the roll tide. Forgive me if I'm not sure. The roll tide, that's got to be Alabama. I thought it was the crimson tide. So that is the fingering, major scale, which we all know and love. But do you know it right there? It's a pretty good position. It's kind of a familiar position right here. It's like it's basically the F sharp minor pentatonic scale too right here. It's the relative minor to A. So it's really in this position. It's the sixth position of this major pentatonic, or this scale right here. Actually, I haven't even gotten to that pentatonic. That'll be next. But the major scale like this is pretty cool. So it's good to know that major scale there and play it up here. And you got all the cool bends inside here too. You could take, I would bend up to all of the target notes, which in the A chord you have the, the root, the third, the fifth, seventh, root, third, fifth, seventh. Do a lot of bends on those. Like here I have the seventh, bending up to the root, bending up to the fifth. Play along with a little backing track that I have here too. You can see what I'm doing. So you play the major scale. Nice to give it some vibrato. a flat seventh in there. You got the major scale. Very simple, very vanilla. And it's good to know in this position. Rather than just, where you normally play. Challenge yourself. Play these scales everywhere. It really is the only way that I know that you could master the fretboard and learn where all the scales are everywhere. And this is really the third series in this CAGED system thing that I'm doing. I did the C. At first, we played the A, like the C chord up here, like the C, right? Slide up to here, is the C chord. Then we did the A shape, which is perfect because it is A. Now we're doing the G shape. And jumping ahead a little bit, you'll see that if you're doing a blues and you're playing this A shape, right? Check this out. You're doing an A shape like this, a G shape. When it goes to the D chord on the blues, you're right there with your pinky, playing like a C shape, D chord. Back to the A. And over the E. Back to the D. Back to the A. So it really... starting to come together as we go a little bit further with these. So there is a madness to the method here. So if you're enjoying this, hit that like button. Thanks for spending some time with me here on Saturday. Like I said, I couldn't do it Sunday, and which is a real bummer. Got some other plans for tomorrow, which I don't love to do, but have to do it. So, but I do have a gig today. So we might not go as long as we normally do as well. I have a gig with my disco band, Disco Unlimited, playing at the Salt Shack on Lido Beach today. It's going to be hopefully a beautiful, nice day. Hopefully not as hot as it's been the last few days. How's it in Alabama? Must be hot. Stay inside, watch football, and crank the air conditioning. While everybody else sweats. All right, Paul. Roll Tide, baby. All right. So another cool scale we could play with. There's just the pentatonic scale, major pentatonic. And you know this because this is a very common position right here. Right? Very common. It looks just like the pentatonic, the minor pentatonic. It's F sharp minor, relative minor, but we're in A. Whenever I think of pentatonic, I think of that type of riff. Or this one. Because you have the root, the major six, and the fifth. Let's play along with that backing track. It's just the major pentatonic scale, the A, in this shape. It's one of my favorite licks in this position right here. Bending up to the major third. There's root, second, third. Grabbing onto that fifth. Show you a little bit closer up here. You could bend up here, the fifth to the sixth. It's a cool little scale thing that I like to do. It's kind of like you got it from Neil Sean, did something like that. And when the Lights, song Lights. And also, in the Huey Lewis band, Chris Hayes plays something in a song, "Doing It All for My Baby." He does a solo where it's like, that's right down the A, that pentatonic shape. Just playing these notes. It's also like Ramblin' Man, you know. A lot of songs like that, pentatonic. I'm just going back and forth. It's kind of skipping a note. Right down the scale. All right. Paul. I was just wondering, do you know a guy named Michael Martino? Michael Martino. I know a guitar player named Pat Martino, legendary jazz player, but no, maybe if I've seen him, I don't know. G shape is my favorite besides C shape, A chord. Survival mode. That is so cool. It's funny, like, how long have you known about these shapes? Because to be honest with you, which I'm always honest with you, I never really took this too seriously as far, well, I never actually called it anything. I never really knew of the CAGED system until probably started hearing about it a year or so ago. I mean, I knew the shapes, but I never knew that there was actually a system. And since learning about it, I've really been blown away by it. And it's cool that you could actually just stay in these particular positions and mess around with all kinds of licks. And what's cool is like it's not all for nil. Like once you learn licks in this position, you can do it anywhere. If you're ever in E flat, you know, so it's like the same exact thing. I'm not learning anything new. I'm just bringing it to another position. Someone says, "Hey, I want to play an E instead of A." Now you're in E. Any scale you want to play there. And that's why I like to learn all the scales that you like to use in that position as well. Like the major scale, the pentatonic scale, and let's do the Mixolydian scale here. So that's like the major scale. We're going to take that 7th degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're just going to lower it half step. So we're going to play this in a G instead of a G sharp. So it sounds like this. And you're familiar with these already because we've done the same exact scales in the C shape and in the A shape. Actually, we have one more that I'm going to throw in there at the end. It's a one we haven't touched yet, which is really cool. And so, Mixolydian mode. Once again, we're flat in the 7th note. Instead of this one, I'm playing. Pecker Blues survival mode. It's cool because you can play all these licks right here. You know, most people play the A blues here for minor pentatonic, but if you ship it down 3 steps, 1, 2, 3, the same thing. Played here. That's the major pentatonic. So, okay, Mixolydian mode's really cool. So let's play along with the backing track a little bit. Did we play pentatonic this way? Let's see some pentatonic, major pentatonic. I think we already did this. Mixolydian mode. Hear that? It's that minor, a little bit darker of a feel. But yet it's still major, so it's still happy. Up here. Trying to keep this guitar in tune here in this heat. Like I said, I always turn the air off in here when it's when I do this because it gets really loud, and I sacrifice for you. So, all right. Well, rock and roll ain't pretty anyway. Should be hot. So we got that Mixolydian mode. Osman, gotta run. Have a great weekend. All right. Thanks for hanging out. You are the best, my man. Have a great weekend. Ozman 5151. Not even 5150, which is an awesome Van Halen record, which I was just listening to a couple nights ago. I listened to the whole record. Again, 5150 with headphones on. Get a new appreciation for that record. Really amazing. All right. So we'll keep going. Any questions about any of this stuff so far? Let me know if any of these licks you want me to slow down and break down a little bit better for you. Of course, this is our time here. I'm doing this for you and myself. Cheers, y'all. Hit that like button if you enjoy this. It's a special Saturday here today. We're rocking. Can't do it tomorrow, but we're doing it today instead. We get it in any way we can. All right? All right. So here's one that you know and love. The minor pentatonic scale. Do you know the minor pentatonic scale in this position? In the G chord? Do you know it here? I mean, I'm sure you know it here. But do you know it here? This is really the fifth position of the minor pentatonic scale. We have a very important question here, chat. We have to attend to here. What is that thing you're sitting on? It's actually it's a piano bench. And I have a chair, but I bought a chair and it's the wrong chair. I've had it for a while now. It's really comfortable, but it's too big. And the mistake, they sent me the wrong chair, and I didn't really send it back because they delivered it, and it was a pain. But it had like it's like a bucket seat, and you can't really play guitar in it because of the buckets come up, and it doesn't really hold the guitar too well. So I had to just use my piano bench for these. No obstructions there. But thank you, Looking for Crossroads. I think you should change the name from looking for Chairs. Just kidding with you. All right. Good question. Looking for Crossroads. Cool name, Looking for Crossroads. At the Robert Johnson Crossroads. All right. Minor pentatonic here in this position. Just goes just like this. I'll show you on the big screen. Right here. Check this out. Minor pentatonic. I guess it's the thing on the floor. Looks like that. I guess it's the thing on the floor. It looks like that. Okay. What thing on the floor? Oh, the thing in the back. That thing? That's the thing behind me. That's a green screen. I lift it up, and it's just a big green screen behind me, and make some thumbnails and stuff like that. So here it is, the minor pentatonic. Get your root note, minor third, fourth, fifth, sixth, root, and there's the seventh. Minor third, fourth, fifth. So I'm thinking of the intervals because those are the notes you want to land on, right? Here's the A. Awesome, Looking for Crossroads. open E, which is cool. All right, so cool, some cool licks right there we got. Back to the important stuff. No, the chair is very important. Got to be comfortable because, you don't want... So I had like just a wooden stool for a little while. Man, I don't have enough cushion there to... very uncomfortable after a while. All right, thank you, Paul. So I like that. Minor pentatonics, very, very, very cool. Now, we'll get into just a couple of arpeggios here. And the first one is the major arpeggio. Major seventh arpeggio. All it is the root target notes of the chord. Because right now, this backing track, which I will send you a free copy of this backing track. Just email me at info@jerrycherry.com and I'll shoot you over this backing track that I created for this. It's basically just an A chord. So an A chord makes up the root, the third, the fifth, and that's it. So we're able to play all kinds of different stuff because I'm not emphasizing any kind of seventh. We don't know if it's major, if it's minor, or whatever. So we could play a major seventh arpeggio. Sounds like this. Here's the G sharp. You have an A, C sharp is the third. Put on the big screen here so you can see this. A, and it's in this position, which is really cool, the G-shaped position. The A, the C sharp, the E, G sharp, and the A again. Same thing again. So, over this music, we could play, just kind of scroll along here. And what the beauty of the arpeggios is that there's 4 notes, and they're target notes, so you could sit on any one of them. Of course, here's the root. Vibrato. Major seventh below it. Check it out. Sounds weird, but it works. What's the third? The fifth. Seventh. kinds of cool stuff you can do there. Crazy. Going off the rails a little bit, but bear with me here. So that's a cool major arpeggio over that. And I'm playing it just in these two positions. I'm not going crazy all over the neck. I'm kind of focusing, trying to stay focused. So I'm trying to improve on one particular aspect of playing, and that's just playing random stuff everywhere. Which is probably one of the hardest things to do on guitar and practicing, right? I tend to just kind of noodle around and do all kinds of stuff. So, all right. So check out this other one. We're going to change one note and make it a dominant arpeggio, which is basically like the Mixolydian mode, only it is going to be a flat 7 chord. Once again, if you have any questions about this stuff, please let me know here in the chat. I don't want to steer off course, and I want to be as helpful as I can here today. So the dominant arpeggio would look like this. Or I'll start here on the lower 7th right here. There's a cool lick right here you can do. I dig that lick. With the backing track, you do something like this. Just like the Mixolydian mode. It's a cool lick that I like to do in Mixolydian. Check it out. It's like this. I'll show you on the big screen. Mixolydian lick. Here. Looks like this. Because you have a... Here's the root. Here's the 7th. Here's the 6th. That's the beauty of this Mixolydian. So that's the major. Or the major 6th. That's that flat 7th here. So you could play, you could toy around with the fact that it's major and this major 6th and dominant 7th. Or bend in the minor into there, to the 3rd. Playing, here's the 3rd, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Something up here. do it up here. Something like that. So that's a really, really cool scale. I'm always playing around with the it's really that major sixth into the seventh. The pentatonic's good. That sounds familiar. It's a little like the Superstition or the Stevie Wonder song. You can feel it all over. All right, so we're rocking. We're having a good time. We got a little bit left. Actually, we have one more left, and one scale, the altered scale, that I didn't really throw in yet until now. And it's a good transition chord if you're going from a 1 to a 4 chord. But it's basically it's like this. It's a so it's kind of an outside sounding scale. All right, Pekka Blues. Have a great one. Catch you on the flip side. I got to go pretty soon too. I'm going to wrap this up pretty soon with this this last scale here, this altered scale. So with the altered, you're basically changing everything around. You're flattening every note. So here's the root. Check this out. It's just a really great scale. You got the root, you got a flat 2, right? You have a flat 3, so it's a minor third. Flat 4, which makes a major third. Flat 5, flat 6, everything's flat. And then 7. It's really kind of out sounding. So let's see how it sounds in the context of the music here. Throw it in a little bit, you know, make it sound a little outside. Blend it in with the pentatonic scale. It's a little bit crazy. It's a little bit weird. But will definitely come in handy when you want to eventually change to the 4 chord. Strings are getting all crazy. This heat makes me want to, or makes my strings. Just tuning for your pleasure. All right, so thanks guys for hanging out and watching and hanging out with me here today. And I'll show you real quick. I do have a guitar course I'll mention real quick. It's called the Essential Skills Collection for Guitar. And I go through fretboard memorization. I go through the circle of fifths because it's very important to know that circle. It looks like a steering wheel, and all the chords and progressions are in there, and blues soloing. So it's really important. The blues aspect of it is really important because that's where all your soul and feel comes from. And it's really cool. So we're going to wrap it up. We'll go over really quick, one quick last time. We'll just go through some of these scales again real quick. So check this out. We got major scale. Bend the notes into the chord tones like this. Pentatonic scale. The Mixolydian scale. The major, that's a flat 7. You have the minor pentatonic. All right. Then you have the major arpeggio. Dominant 7th arpeggio. Then last you have the altered scale. Very, very cool. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Appreciate it. Here on a beautiful Saturday in Brooklyn, New York. Paul, you're the best. Thanks for hanging out. It means a lot to me to spend some time here on Saturday and a pack of blues. And nice to meet you looking for Crossroads. And Ozman. Very, very cool of you to hang out. I appreciate it tremendously. And let's see what else here. As far as next week goes, probably not going to be able to do next Sunday as well. I'm going to be on the road. I'm going to be touring for 10 days with an ABBA tribute all up and down the East Coast. So that's going to be fun, but I won't be here on Sunday. So I don't know what I'm going to do or how I'm going to do it yet. So I'll have to keep you posted on that. All right, I'll usually put something in the community tab, a little post saying what I'll do. Or, I don't know, we'll figure it out. Or follow me on, let's see, check this out. If you follow me on like Facebook or Instagram, I usually put more updates there. So check it out, Facebook, Jerry Cherry Band, or Instagram, The Jerry Cherry. You keep a little bit more up with some of these things when I can't make the Sundays, which I hate not being able to do, but sometimes it happens, you know. So I will do it anyway. Even if I'm not here, we'll figure out a way to do it. Maybe I'll do it live on from wherever I am, you know, live on site type of thing. That could be cool. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for spending some time. I do have another video that I did last week on the CAGED system. It's the A shape. You can check that out too, and the C shape. We have two more. We have the E and the D. All good fun. It's all fun to put it all together, you know, playing, you know, discipline yourselves to sit here for hours and days and weeks and years just playing and learning your riffs in this position. So when it comes time to change, you know, it's not like you're struggling to figure out where you are. I'm going to go to a D chord, to the same C shape right here that I did the other day when I did the A C shape. All the riffs, the D. Check this out, I go to E here, play lick and E, back to D, back to the A. That's one of my favorite licks too to do here. Play this A chord, and then drop the root to G. But keep the third of A, rest of the chord here. All right, guys. I love you. Thank you so much. It means so much spending some time here with me today. And if you want to see another video on the CAGED system, the A-shaped chord for the key of A, I'll put a video right there for you. Have a great weekend. I love you, and I'll see you next time. All right, guys. Ciao. Peace.